Matt, I have done end of the year predictions for the next year, and I have found the perfect prediction in cybersecurity. Remember what we had last year? Expect a lot more of it. And that's the end of my prediction. What's your fear, concern, or hype or excitement for 2025?
We're starting to see some of the froth die down a little bit in AI. We're starting to realize the use cases where AI is and is not helpful. And so, for security teams who are thinking about this, I think it's important not to ignore AI, not because we all need to be focused on how to ban it in our organizations, and not because we're missing out if we don't use it.
What should we be looking at?
We don't need to be afraid of AI, and we don't need to alienate ourselves from it. I think, we can sort of serve in that leadership role to actually help the rest of the organization use AI better. It's not just about finding vulnerabilities in your AI provider. It's about understanding where it's most helpful and where it may not be, right? And helping to feed that back to the rest of the organization. Even if you don't want to convert all of your platforms to some, AI-driven whatever, spending the time to understand what the rest of your organization is going to be using and helping them use it better is just going to set you up to succeed, and also make you look good, honestly, to the rest of the org.
Are there any other trends we should be following?
There's maybe been a little bit of a mentality that, if nation states and governments aren't after us, we have some time, right? That's not necessarily true. There are now financially motivated actors that have just as much incentive and just as much capability to go breach you. And that's a mindset shift that I think we're really going to need to adapt to over the next year.
One last tip for 2025. One
thing that has been true and will be true is that, team burnout and the talent gap remain a problem. Life is not getting easier for security teams. And this is something we're so passionate about at Tynes, is trying to improve quality of life and bring just the joy and satisfaction back to defending, our users and our customers. And so, I think, again, focusing on how do we make life easier? How do we make life more interesting for defenders and just reduce the amount of toil that's involved in being in security?
Well, if you want help with how you're planning out 2025, well, you should be on board with Tynes because they're on top of it. Go check them out at Tynes, right there. There's a web address.